Hi guys, this is Sharik and welcome back to Globetrot with Arabic. This is going to be a Lebanese Arabic lesson and today is day 3 in our 30-day challenge. As I told you yesterday, I'm gonna try to upload one lesson every day with you guys on YouTube for a period of 30 days so we can do a 30-day challenge together because I'm doing the same with my students. I'm running Lebanese Arabic 30-day challenge courses with my students on Zoom, so I thought why not give you a taste of what we do in class together here on YouTube and upload one tiny lesson every day for you guys to follow. So yalla, let's begin. I'm gonna share with you one word that we saw in class today, and the word was the word taod. Taod. Before I tell you what it means, I'm gonna explain to you something different, and then we come to the word taod again. Notice in this word taod, you will see the letters qaf, ayn, and dal. So qaf, ayn, and dal. And we don't pronounce it taqa'ud, although in standard Arabic they pronounce it taqa'ud. In the Lebanese dialect we pronounce the qaf as a hamza sound, and we will pronounce it ta'a'ud. Now, if we take the letters qaf, ayn, and dal and we form a verb with it, we can form the verb a'ad. A'ad, he sat down. A'ad in the past tense, and in the present tense is bi'ad. Bi'ad, he sits down. So a'ad in the past tense, he sat down, and bi'ad in the present tense, he sits down. So for example, هو قعد على الكرسي, he sat down on the chair. هو بيقعد على الكرسي كل يوم, he sits down on the chair every day. And then we have the word ta'a'ud, which means retirement. You see, it has nothing to do literally with sitting down, but it's kind of related. Maybe why? Because when you stop working and you are retired, you maybe kind of sit back from work and you don't really literally physically sit down, but you're not working anymore, so kind of you sit down or you sit back. That's why ta'a'ud means retirement, and a'ad, bi'ad, is to sit down. I'm going to give you a few other words related to these family of words that have the letters qaf, ayn, and dal. So, as I said, a'ad is to sit down in the past tense. Bi'ad is the present tense. Now, if you use the participle a'ad, by the way, we can also pronounce it a'ad, a'ad or a'ad. I like to pronounce it as a, although my sisters make fun of me and they tell me sometimes I have a village accent. But you can use both, a'ad or a'ad. And a'ad means literally the person who is sitting down, the sitter basically, literally the person who sits down, a'ad, okay? But when we use it, I don't mean to say, for example, if I want to say huwa a'ad or huwa a'ad, I don't mean to say he is the sitter. I mean to use it in the sense of the present continuous and to say he is sitting down, huwa a'ad or huwa a'ad. مثلا now أنا قاعدة. I like to say أنا قاعدة. You can say قاعدة. Both are okay to use in Lebanon. So أنا قاعدة على الكنباية. You see, I literally said I am the sitter on the chair or on the sofa, but I meant to say I am sitting on the sofa. So أنا قاعدة على الكنباية. So again, قعد, he sat down. بيقعد, to sit down in the present tense. And قاعد as a participle literally means the sitter down, but we use it to say he is sitting down or she is sitting down or I am sitting down. In this case I said أنا قاعدة, I am sitting down. So this is in relation to really just sitting down. Now we also use قاعد or قاعد in the sense of living in a place. So for example, if I want to ask someone where do you live, I can literally say to them, where do you sit? when قاعد or when قاعد. And if I want to ask a girl, I can say when قاعدة or when قاعدة. Again, قاعدة or قاعدة are the same. When قاعدة, where are you? The sitter, literally, which means where do you sit? And that's why where do you sit means where do you live? when قاعدة. Okay? I can answer and say أنا قاعدة بأرنة الحمراء. أرنة الحمراء is the name of my area. So أنا قاعدة بأرنة الحمراء. Kind of similar to ساكنة. ساكنة literally means the resider, which means I reside in. That's why it means I live in. And قاعدة means the sitter. That's why it means I am sitting in, which means I live in. Okay? So أنا قاعدة بأرنة الحمراء. when قاعدة or when قاعد, That's when you're asking a person where they live. But also you can ask it, for example, if you're asking them really where they are. Maybe you get to a restaurant and you want to know where your friends are sitting. You call them and you say, وين قاعد? Or وين قاعدة? Or وين قاعد? Or وين قاعدة? The same, okay? And then they will tell you, أنا قاعد, I don't know, حد الشباك, next to the window, okay? So it can be used to literally mean I am sitting in a place, but also I live in, okay? So these are in relation to sitting down. There's one more in relation to sitting down. We have the word مقعد. مقعد is a seat. مقعد, because it's the place where you sit. مقعد, a seat. So I'm going to repeat. قعد, he sat down. بيقعد, he sits down. قاعد or قاعد is the sitter down. We use it to mean he is sitting. For example, هو قاعد على الكرسي. Or we also use it to mean he lives in a place. هو قاعد ببيروت. He lives in Beirut, for example. And then we have the word مقعد, which is a seat. مقعد. We also have the word أوضة القعود. أوضة القعود. أوضة is a room and عود means sitting. So when you say أوضة القعود, you're not going to pronounce it أوضة القعود. No, because this is noun plus noun. The room of sitting, literally. That's the implied meaning, which we call إضافة in Arabic. So you're not going to say أوضة القعود. You have to pronounce the ت مربوطة because it's followed by a noun. So you pronounce it أوضة القعود. You see, I'm not saying أوضة القعود. When I put the liaison, I'm pronouncing it أوضة القعود. The sitting room. That's why it means the living room. أوضة القعود, the living room, the room where you sit, basically. And now going back to the word taod, which means retirement. If you want to say somebody is retired, you use also the participle. You can say هو متقاعد. هو متقاعد. Okay? متقاعد is retired. So taod, retirement. هو متقاعد is he is retired. And if you want to say he retired in the past tense, you can say هو تقاعد. هو تقاعد. So you're not saying هو قعد, he sat down. No, you're saying هو تقاعد. He kind of sat back, and that's why it means he retired. In Lebanese we also say a lot هو طلع تقاعد. طلع تقاعد. Usually طلع means to go up or to go out, but in this context it has nothing to do with that. When you say طلع تقاعد, you don't literally mean to say he went up and then retirement. No, he retired. طلع تقاعد, he retired. So you can either say هو تقاعد, he retired, or هو طلع تقاعد. It would mean exactly the same thing. هو تقاعد and هو طلع تقاعد. I think these are the only words that I can think of for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye for now.